They're packed with extras. They have an amusing commentary by Peter Bogdanovich. And they are currently streaming on Hulu. Hang on, I'm sorry. I'm being told to stop talking about my genitals, and I'm not even wearing an earpiece. That is how much they don't want me talking about my genitals tonight. And before I talk about all of the nominated films, I must first bow in the direction of Mr. John Waters. Ladies and gentlemen, the indiest of independents. Oh my God. Thank you. Thank you. And by the way, this is 2014. I know that everyone's talking about, oh, this is the 50th anniversary of the Beatles on Ed Sullivan or the Rolling Stones. This is also, correct me if I'm wrong, the 50th anniversary of John Waters' first movie. That's right, 1964. It was Hag in a black leather jacket, which I saw it at the Warhol Museum in Pittsburgh. You made it when you were 18. So, okay, just listen to this for a second. Hag in a black leather jacket, made by John Waters, a gay teenager in suburban Baltimore. It's about an interracial wedding that he shot on the roof of his parents' garage, and the wedding was presided over by a Ku Klux Klansman. So the next time you're working on a script or a movie and go, are we going too far? Are we being a little offensive right now? Just think back 50 years ago, think of John Waters and man the fuck up. Yes. You should always go too far. Yes. By the way, later tonight we will be giving out the Someone to Watch Award, which will be presented by Mia Farrow. So, yes, let that sit there for a second. And I will let Twitter shit its pants. There we go. Nice. This was a heavy year for movies, man. You know this was a heavy year for movies when a movie called All Is Lost is the least depressing movie nominated today. That's the feel-good movie today, is All Is Lost, which is an amazing movie, but it's also just Life of Pi without the tiger budget, isn't it? Bruce Dern is here, ladies and gentlemen. Bruce Dern, yes. Bruce Dern, nominated for Best Actor, and also here to see the ocean one last time. Beautiful. I'm kidding. He was already on the beach with his metal detector. He just walked over here 5 feet. Be sure to come to the after party / Bruce Dern Viking funeral after the show. You're old, Bruce, is what I'm saying. You're old. Andy Samberg got to make fun of Fassbender's cock last year. All I've got is you. Joseph Gordon-Levitt is nominated for his screenwriting and directorial debut. My God. I am blown away, but I'm also a little I've pitched 20 movies where I have sex with Scarlett Johansson, and your first one just goes right through. It's kind of a kick in the teeth. There are no nominations tonight for Gravity. That's right. Did not qualify. That's how indie this place is. And by the way, Gravity is a great movie, but the plot kind of sounds like how you would describe dating a stripper. You know, there's a woman in her underwear. She's curled up in a fetal position. There's garbage all over the place. And she's freaking out because George Clooney won't call her back. So that's just the thing, but the fact that... And what a year for Matthew McConaughey. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah. Matthew McConaughey packed a lifetime masterclass in acting into 12 months. It's stunning. Dallas Buyers Club, Mud, Wolf of Wall Street, True Detective, and those are just the names of the strains of pot that he smoked. I mean, and Wolf of Wall Street, that is a powerful indica. Do not smoke that at night, or you'll be up at 3 a.m. going... And finally, 12 Years a Slave. Wow. That movie... Fassbender as the Michael Fassbender played this cruel plantation owner that horribly abuses his slaves, never lets them escape, or as nominee Will Forte calls that, working for Lorne Michaels. Exact same thing. No, a little much. And finally, Lupita Nyong'o. That is the flat out. That's, by the way, that's her film debut. That is the most amazing film debut I've ever seen. That is almost as good as Bruce Stern in the Lumiere Brothers' 1895 Arrival of a Train at a Station. You're old, Bruce, is what I'm saying. But you know, you're the icon in the room. Of course I'm going to screw with you all night. I can't help it. 70s film would not have happened without you. Yeah, that's right. Are you enjoying your salad, Mr. Dern? I really want to buy you a beer after this and talk to you about how Nebraska came together. Not the movie, the state. Like, how did they, when they were, like, okay, hang on. I got to check something really quick. Wait. Yep. Since my monologue began, the Lego Movie has made more money than all the nominated films in the room combined. That's right. That's where Hollywood's going now, folks. I'm done. I have earned my scotch. Thank you guys very much. All right, our first two presenters, ladies and gentlemen, from table 216 and table 108. Please welcome Matthew McConaughey and Reese Witherspoon.
Well, all right.
It does feel good to just...
God, it feels so good. It just, like, comes from here. Yeah, you wrote that, didn't you? You own that? You've trademarked it by now?
No, I don't think it's ownable. Actually, Jim Morrison wrote that. I stole it and gave it to the mouth of the great American David Wooderson and Dazed and Confused.
That's right. And we're here to hand out the award for Best First Screenplay. Past nominations in this category include David O. Russell, Lena Dunham, Paul Thomas Anderson, Diablo Cody, and Darren Aronofsky.
So even if you don't win here tonight, your script might contain a catchphrase for a future handsome movie star. I did not write that part.
All right. The nominees are Lake Bell, In a World.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Don John.
Bob Nelson, Nebraska.
Jill Soloway, Afternoon Delight.
Michael Starbury, The Inevitable Defeat of Mr. and Pete.
And the Spirit Award goes to Bob Nelson.
Nebraska.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Film Independent. This really is something special. My wife asked me not to thank her tonight, so that'll save some time. Thank you, Valerie. This is really the fulfillment of a boyhood dream of one day becoming the oldest recipient of the First Time Screenplay Award. So it's very special. Thank you. Took a lot of patience. I'm not going to reveal exactly Alexander's involvement in the script, but I will say that my original script was called California, and it was about a couple of teenage boys trying to score some weed. So those were excellent notes, Alexander. Appreciate that. Thank you for your great crew. I think a couple of them are here today, George Parra and Faden Papa Michael. Thank you for your great cast. I see June Squibb right there, the woman who brings so much more to the role than is on the page. Thank you, June. Will Forte, who lost 3 pounds to play this role. Thank you, Will, for that. There's only one man alive who could play both MacGruber and David Grant. Thank you. And that brings us to the man of the hour, Bruce Stern. Bruce took a role based on my own dad and made him live again. And Bruce has always said the only thing he wants out of acting is for the people to know that he can play. And I think if anyone didn't know it before, they know it now. Mr. Dern, you certainly can play. Thank you so much. Everyone at Paramount who backed this film, thank you to Film Independent for backing personal films. Thank you to everyone in my category and to all of you who make the films that I love. Thanks so much.
Jeremy Renner, Anna Kendrick, Fred Armisen, Jane Lynch, Kristen Bell, Andy Samberg, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Jason Bateman, Octavia Spencer, Keanu Reeves, and many more as we celebrate the best in independent film at the 2014 Film Independent Spirit Awards. Ladies and gentlemen, to present the award for Best Supporting Male, please welcome Fred Armisen and Anna Kendrick.
Hello. We're here today to honor the work of five
Sorry. Welcome to Late Night with Seth Meyers and Fred Armisen. Is this East Coast? What is this? Sorry. Hi.
Hi, Fred, I think you're confused. This isn't Late Night.
Oh, sorry. You just got off a red eye. Carrie. Oh my God. Portlandia, you're so great. Your hair looks insane. Why is it so long? And
That's not relevant. It's kind of mean.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're at the Spirit Awards, right?
Oh, gotcha. Okay. I'm presenting at those actually. So congratulations. Are you presenting?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Oh, I haven't slept in 7 days. I have no idea what's happening. Can someone bring me a cold tea?
I think we should just read the teleprompter. So.
Oh, okay.
The nominees for Best Supporting Male are Michael Fassbender as a sadistic plantation owner who terrorizes his slaves with horrifying abandon in 12 Years a Slave.
Will Forte for his portrayal of a young man who joins his alcoholic father on a difficult yet revealing road trip in Nebraska.
Jared Leto as a sensitive, outspoken transgender who teams up with a creative homophobe to bring medicine to AIDS patients in Dallas Buyers Club.
Keith Stanfield for his role as an at-risk teenager whose pending release from a foster care facility triggers troubling emotions in Short-Term 12.
And James Gandolfini as a sweet, funny, divorced father attempting to start a new romantic relationship in Enough Said.
And the Spirit Award goes to Jared Leto, Dallas Buyers Club.
Thank you. I'd like to thank, first of all, the youngest and the most inspiring actor in the entire fucking room, Bruce Stern. In case this is the last time I get to thank anyone, I wrote down a couple names because it's important to me. I want to thank Film Independent, Jason Weinberg, for being Thank you, Jason, for making this so fun and so classy and so cool. I'm really so honored to be able to work with you, so thank you, Jason. Matthew McConaughey, all right, baby. After Dallas Buyers Club, I think I'm going to pull an opposite McConaissance and just do romantic comedies, which I think is only fair, you know. And I do want to say, you know, my mother took me to art house cinemas when I was a kid, and she introduced me. Oh, hey, Keanu. I love you. She introduced me to independent cinema, and I'm so fucking proud to be a part of this gang of dreamers here today. People who take risks, people who put it all on the line, and people who change lives. Very, very proud to be a part of you guys. I gotta say, hashtag my mind is blown, just to get a little trending topic in there. Thank you, Twitter. I'd like to thank the makers of vegan butter, Baby Jesus. And this is a special one. I want to thank all the women I've been with and all the women who think they've been with me. My future ex-wife, Lupita, I'm thinking about you. There's the 36 million who have died of AIDS, and the 35 million who are still living with HIV/AIDS around the world. I dedicate this to you, to the LGBTQ community. Here's to life. Thank you.
More big awards, more big stars coming up on the Spirit Awards. Film Independent is a non-profit arts organization that champions the cause of independent film. Learn more at filmindependent.org. And now please welcome Michael Sheen and Octavia Spencer. We're presenting the award for Best First Feature. This is a great category. It's a staggering accomplishment just to complete your first film.
I agree, Michael. I'm especially excited about all the films nominated this year. I was fortunate enough to work with one of these great new talents. And the nominees are...
Blue Caprice. An abandoned boy is lured to America by a dangerous father figure and becomes an accomplice to the infamous 2002 Beltway sniper shootings. Concussion. After a blow to the head, a young woman is disillusioned with her domestic life and becomes a prostitute for other women. Fruitvale Station. Based on actual events, a Bay Area father crosses paths with friends, strangers, and enemies before a fatal altercation on New Year's Day. Una Noche. Faced with increasingly bleak prospects in Havana, 3 daring teens attempt to paddle 90 miles of treacherous water to Miami. Wajda. A 10-year-old girl from Saudi Arabia enters a Quran recitation competition hoping to win enough money to buy her own green bicycle.
And the Spirit Award goes to... Ryan Coogler from
Oh, man. Wow, super nervous. Gotta say thanks first to Film Independent for putting on an amazing event like this. I can't tell you guys how many times I watched over the internet. Watched over the internet last year, never imagined in a million years that I'll be here. Big thanks to Significant Productions, to Nina Yang and Forrest Whitaker for putting their strength in their vision and storytelling behind the project, for having faith in me when I was young and didn't know what I was doing. I'm still young and don't know what the hell I'm doing. Big thanks to Octavia Spencer, who came on board as an actor and later on became a producer, got money together for us when money fell out. I remember being in my grandmother's house when we were shooting a scene, and we didn't know if we were going to shoot the next day, and Octavia, got on the phone, and her and Forrest put some heads together, and we were able to continue to shoot. I know everybody in this room has been through that at some point, so big thanks to her for that. And I'm so thankful to God that I had the ability to work in a medium where I can ask those questions. I can work in a medium where I can share these stories. And I'm so thankful to the American independent film system, so thankful to the critics that see the film and put the word out, and so thankful to the process, and to all you filmmakers that motivate me and help us to continue to tell our stories, because there's so many stories that need to be told. Thank you guys so much.
All right. Well, Kai, how you doing? Listen, got some good news. They told me backstage, Jared Leto is hosting next year. All right. Can't wait to see that. This show is blowing up on Twitter right now and all over social media. I got a couple of Skype messages about how the show is going. I'm gonna check some of these out now.
Hey, Patton, just watching the show. It's pretty amazing so far. I just want you to know that it is definitely one of the most mediocre experiences I've had. So congratulations on that. It's very difficult to do. And in honor of that, here's a little theme song. Keep on being mediocre. People will find it slightly more sincere.
Hey, Patton, how you doing? Well, I'm watching the show, and, well, my mother always told me, if you can't say anything nice, just don't say anything at all.
Patton, amazing. I love the way you're trashing mainstream Hollywood. It's so awesome. You keep giving it to those Jews. They've had it too good for too long.
Hi, kiddo.
Hi, sweetie. We're so proud of you that you're hosting a big show that's actually on TV.
Yeah, well, cable.
Oh, shh. Honey, we have you on mute. There's a WNBA game on, and we're really into it.
We'll watch the rest of yours on the YouTubes tomorrow.
Bye, sweetie.
Bye-bye.
Please give a Spirit Award welcome to Will Forte.
Hello. Throughout the show, different folks like me will be introducing the nominees for Best Feature. This is a really strong year for independent film. All 5 nominees are incredible, and I somehow clawed my way into one of them. And I'm here to tell you about that one. An aging man sets out to claim a bogus $1 million prize. His son, played by Will Forte, joins him on a journey that explores their past, their family's dysfunction, and the beauty and hardship of a well-worn life. This is Nebraska.
So you told the sheriff that you were walking to Nebraska?
That's right. to get my $1 million.
You didn't win anything. It's a complete scam.
I never knew the son of a bitch even wanted to be a millionaire.
What's the harm in letting him have his little fantasy for just a couple more days?
Woody here's the talk of the town.
We sure would like to see what $1 million looks like.
If Woody hit it rich and I don't see any of it, that would be wrong.
John Hamm and Sarah Paulson present the award for Best Supporting Female. Plus, Patton Oswalt divorces 34 same-sex couples live on stage when we return. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Sarah Paulson and John Hamm.
Whenever I'm presenting an award, I always think of that great line from The Maltese Falcon.
The stuff that dreams are made of, I know, so true.
No, actually, I was thinking of the line, when a man's partner is killed, he's supposed to do something about it. It doesn't make any difference what you thought of them. He was your partner, and you're supposed to do something about it.
Yeah.
And it happens, we're in the detective business. Well, when one of your organization gets killed, it's bad business to let the killer get away with it. Bad all around, bad for every detective everywhere.
Yeah, that's way more than one line. So.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Well, the nominees for the best screenplay are Woody Allen, Blue Jasmine.
Julie Delpy, Ethan Hawke, Richard Linklater, Before Midnight.
Nicole Holofcener, Enough Said.
Scott Neustadter, Michael H. Weber, The Spectacular Now.
And John Ridley for 12 Years a Slave.
And the Spirit Award goes to John Ridley, 12 Years a Slave.
Before I do anything, somebody may want to be very, very careful over there. In 4 years, it's very easy to lose yourself as a writer, but I'm so thankful in the process. When I didn't know what to do, I never lost myself as a father. And Gail, thank you. Thank you. For those two young men that inspired me every single day. A script is a really wonderful thing, but this film was amazing. And it was amazing because of the phenomenal crew and an absolutely outstanding cast. I cannot tell you, as much as I thought the memoir and Solomon's words and his work in his life were special, I had absolutely no concept of what I was involved with until the first time I saw the film in Toronto. I'm so appreciative of what everyone did and how you did it and what you gave up in Solomon's service. My thanks to the entire crew, the entire cast, to Steve McQueen. And I've been very fortunate to work with a lot of directors. Someone asked me today, Steve, what it was like to work with you, and I told them it was fun. I can't say enough about Fox Searchlight, New Regency River Road, Film 4, Mr. Pitt, everybody at Plan B, especially Dee Dee, and very especially Jeremy Kleiner. You made this movie happen. You made it happen. Thank you very, very much. I'm so deeply appreciative. Thank you very much. Good night.
The Piaget Producers Award goes to Toby Hal Brooks and James Johnston.
My name is James M. Johnston. And my name is Toby Hal Brooks. I produced the film Pit Stop, and I worked on a movie called Upstream Color. And together we produced Ain't Nobody Saints. The Spirit Awards are very important because they bring recognition to independent cinema. Winning the Piaget Producers Award affords us the ability to continue to develop independent film. Thank you, Piaget.
Thank you, Film Independent.
Please welcome the co-writer and star of Frances Ha, Greta Gerwig.
Usually at these events, you get to listen to somebody else say nice things about your movie. But today, I get to say nice things about my movie. So here are some neutral to positive words/phrases about Frances Ha. Funny, heartbreaking, lots of apartments, women being friends, New York, alcohol, dancing. Let's take a look.
Tell me the story of us. We are going to take over the world.
You'll be this awesome publishing mogul, and you'll be this famous modern dancer.
What do you do?
It's kind of hard to explain.
Because what you do is complicated?
Because I don't really do it.
Keanu Reeves, Kate Blanchett, Angela Bassett, Mark Maron, Aubrey Plaza, and a musical performance from the cast of 20 Feet from Stardom when the Spirit Awards continues.
Our next presenters, she is the scene-stealing, amazing actress from both Parks and Recreation, last year's Safety Not Guaranteed, and the upcoming Life After Beth. And he hosts a podcast in his garage. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the amazing Aubrey Plaza and my best frenemy, Mark Maron.
We are here to present this year's John Cassavetes Award. It's given to the best feature with a budget under $500,000.
So, you've been doing comedy a while. Where'd you start? How did it get started for you?
Mark, we're not doing your podcast right now.
Right, okay. How about your dad? What kind of business was your father in? What'd you grow up with?
I told you, Mark, not everything is your podcast.
Right. Okay.
These incredible filmmakers.
What about your, do you have a fear, like a deep, dark fear of some kind that you want to maybe talk about?
No, you're right. This is the time.
Yeah.
Sharks and loneliness.
Right, yeah, sure, I get it. Good for you.
Thank you. And the nominees are...
Computer Chess. Shot as a 1980s documentary. Teams of computer programmers battle for chess supremacy. Crystal Fairy. A group of friends inadvertently invite a free-spirited stranger to join them on a quest to experience a rare cactus drug. Museum Hours. A security guard at a museum in Vienna befriends a mysterious Canadian visitor and discovers the commonality of both art and life. Pit Stop. Two men getting over failed relationships discover love and romance while dealing with the issues of being gay in a small working-class Texas town. This is Martin Bonner, a social worker and a parolee, both hoping to begin a new chapter in their lives, form an unlikely friendship in Reno, Nevada.
And the Spirit Award goes to... this is Martin Bonner, writer-director Chad Hartigan, producer Sherry Salter.
Oh, man, I might be too nervous to say anything. But I did want to try and say that our movie cost $42,000 to make, and I don't want to say that for the cheap applause, but I feel like it means that I represent a class of filmmaker who truly has no idea if their film will ever get seen by anybody when they're making it. And so anytime we have somebody like a Sundance or Film Independent that allows us to stand on their back and reach an audience, it's unbelievable, and we'll never be able to thank them enough. And I just want to thank our cast and our crew, who we're all very close with. It's like 8 people. And thank you to Marin and Asher at Traction, and Peter and Jessica at ICM, and Monterey Media for releasing the movie, and my parents and my brothers, and Sherry.
Yeah, I guess we just want to thank our families and friends for all of their continued support. Without them, this movie doesn't exist. And yeah, I also just want to thank Chad, because aside from being an amazingly talented filmmaker, he's also a genuinely wonderful human being, and I really appreciate getting to work on this film with him. Thank you.
Please welcome Spirit Award nominee Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Hi. Solomon Northup was a skilled carpenter and a fiddle player, father and a husband, a free man. At 32 years old, he was abducted and sold into slavery. His life as he knew it ripped away. His story of love, loss, and survival offers an unflinching look at the deep injustice and cruelty from the era. This is 12 Years a Slave.
I was born a free man, lived with my family in New York till the day I was deceived, kidnapped, sold into slavery.
Hey, my property. You say that with pride. I say it as fact.
And that's how he pleases with his property.
You come here. I say come here!
I know what it's like to be the object of mass smashed. In his own time, good Lord will manage them all.
I will survive. I will not fall into despair. I will keep myself on it till freedom is opportune.
break from handing out awards to remember 3 very special individuals who we lost this year. James Gandolfini. He was an actor of incredible power and range who was nominated for a Spirit Award for his funny and beautifully nuanced performance in Enough Said. Roger Ebert. Who was more than just a movie critic. He tirelessly championed young filmmakers, and along with his wife Chaz, donated a grant to new talent that the Film Independent presents each year here at the Spirit Awards. And Philip... and Philip Seymour Hoffman. The sublimely talented actor who not only won 3 Spirit Awards, but was also an enthusiastic participant of this show, dating back to his first extraordinary performance in Happiness, for which he was nominated here in 1999. So in memory and appreciation of these 3 beloved members of our community, please join me in a big round of applause.
And now the legendary background vocalists featured in 20 Feet from Stardom take center stage. Please welcome Darlene Love, Judith Hill, and Tata Vega. Up next, Andy Samberg and Bill Hader present the award for Best Screenplay. Plus, the remaining members of the Beatles continue not to be here. Let's give a big Spirit Awards welcome to our good friends, Andy Samberg and Bill Hader.
Hey, we dressed the same.
Yeah, we did not talk to each other this morning.
Should have talked.
Sorry. Andy and I are here to present the award for Best Supporting Female.
Which made us think about all the wonderful females that have supported us along the way. Like our moms.
Yes. And our wives, so supportive.
The best. We love our wives. Also can't forget our wonderful friends, people like Amy Poehler, Kristen Wiig, Cher.
Yeah, you gotta mention Cher. Stevie Nicks,
Justine Bateman.
Anne Romney. Betty from Archie Comics. The Queen Alien from Aliens.
The Queen Alien from Ender's Game. The ladies of Living Single. A mop wearing a dress. You know, she really talked me up a ledge once.
I remember, yeah. Also, Fievel's sister from American Tail. The girl with the horns attached to her head from True Detective. She gave me great notes on my SNL audition.
Yeah, she used to babysit my kids. Oh, such a sweetheart.
So sweet.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. But seriously, McConaughey, who did it? Who's the Yellow King?
Yeah, who's the Yellow King? Is it you? Is it Woods?
Yeah,
who is it?
Is it Woods? The lawnmower guy from the school? You can tell us. I won't tell anyone.
Come on, tell us. What are you gonna do? Come on, tell us. Is it a smoke monster? Please don't let it be a smoke monster. Not again.
Is it Kaiser Soze? Are you all ghosts? Are you all ghosts?
Is it Tyler Durden? Matt, are we gonna find out you're a star man? You know, your character doesn't know a lot about Earth.
Don't be a starman, Matt. We can't take that. Don't be a starman.
Yeah. And the nominees for Best Supporting Female are
Melanie Diaz as a young woman whose life is shattered when her unarmed boyfriend is gunned down by the police in Fruitvale Station.
Sally Hawkins for a portrayal of a working-class divorced mom whose life is complicated when her sister arrives in Blue Jasmine.
Lupita Nyong'o as a slave on a brutal Georgia plantation who desperately attempts to hold on to her dignity and humanity in 12 Years a Slave.
Yolanda Ross for a performance as a recovering drug addict who teams up with her parole officer to help locate a kidnap victim in Go for Sisters.
And June Squibb as a world-weary wife and mother who speaks her mind with uncharacteristic bluntness in Nebraska. And the Spirit Award goes to... Oh, no, there's no envelope.
Guys, sorry, I have an announcement to make. For the first time in award show history, the winner is going to be delivered by drone. Thank you very much. Oh, thank you, The Strokes.
There. Holy shit. Yeah. Sorry, ladies, to make you wait. And the Spirit Award goes to Lupita Nyong'o.
Thank you so much to the Independent Spirit Awards. Not a bad way to celebrate my birthday. I am very, very proud to join the ranks of actors who have started their careers in independent film. Growing up in Kenya, I really didn't understand the difference between independent film and not independent film. It was just all Hollywood to me. And then in my first year of college, I took an independent cinema class, and then I realized, oh, independent film is where stuff actually happens, and stuff that matters. And so I want to thank Steve for doing this story that matters, and for putting me in it. And I'm just so grateful that he has granted me this opportunity to move and be moved by Patsy. I share this with my amazing cast. Chiwetel, your fortitude was our foundation. Thank you. Michael, Faso, and Sarah, you dared me, you scared me, and you prepared me to go to places I didn't know I could go. This award I want to dedicate to my mother, who is here with me today. That beautiful woman gave birth to me, and she nurtured me, and she also nurtured my dream to be an actor. She drove me to rehearsals every day in high school, and sometimes she would wait in the car after a long day at work without complaint. Your love has driven me this far. Thank you.
From the film Inside Llewyn Davis, please welcome Jared Hedlund.
In 1961, a young folk singer is beaten up in an alley behind a coffee house in Greenwich Village. And thus begins the curious and heartbreaking tale of Llewyn Davis, a talented, self-destructive artist who desperately tries to brave the headwinds of fate. Beautiful, lyrical, and timeless, much like the music it celebrates. Let's take a look inside Llewyn Davis.
What'd you say you played? Folk songs. Folk songs.
Do you ever think about the future at all?
You mean like flying cars? There was no advance on my solo record. There's gotta be some royalty. Used to what? Work with a cat? Every time you play a C major, you puke a hairball?
Don't tell Jim. Obviously.
Jeremy Renner, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Elizabeth Moss, and the award for Best Director. Plus, Al Gore explains the polar vortex using Mahjong tiles when we return.
All right, listen, hang on. Important safety announcement. Do not grab the drone, okay? Those blades are very sharp and very powerful. And, this is not from the drone. Bruce Dern just kicked the shit out of me backstage. I'm sorry. But don't grab the drone, all right? And please welcome wow, I'm really dizzy. Please welcome our next presenters, Elizabeth Moss and Paul Dano, ladies and gentlemen.
Often you go to the movies to escape, but the opposite is true when you watch a documentary. You're not escaping at all.
The best documentaries pull us in, shining a light on untold stories, difficult truths, and parts of our world both beautiful and appalling. Let's take a look at this year's nominees for Best Documentary.
20 feet from stardom, the backup singers behind the music world's most legendary artists share their talents and tell their own true stories. After Tiller, a deeply revealing portrait of the brave and controversial doctor still performing third trimester abortions in the wake of the assassination of Dr. George Tiller. Gideon's Army. 3 young public defenders challenge the assumptions of a criminal justice system strained to the breaking point. The Act of Killing. Former Indonesian death squad leaders confront their own violent past as they eerily reenact the horrifying acts of violence they perpetrated generations ago. The Square. A first-hand glimpse into Egypt's recent revolution, told from the experiences of the committed young activists on the front lines of the movement.
And the Spirit Award goes to
20 Feet from Stardom.
Wow. I really did not expect this. Let me first just say, this has been such an incredible year for documentary film. And my fellow nominees, thank you, thank you. And not just my nominees, but everybody that's doing the work in the documentary field now. It's never been more exciting. And we're all out there basically trying to tell the truth. So I thank you so much. Let me just thank our producer, Gil Friesen, who passed away just before we released the film. And he loved this movie. It was his baby. And he would have loved to have been here tonight. So I want to say thank you, Gil. Yes, thank you to Gil, please. I want to thank my backup singer, my wife, Jeanette, and my kids, Sadie and Cameron, our fantastic distributor, Radius, and the Weinstein Company. And now I'm going to shut up and let the ladies say something, okay? Yeah.
This is truly amazing. I started out as a background singer over 50 years ago. And I'm sure most people in this room have heard the name Phil Spector at one time or another. But you know what? When you have a dream, God gives you a dream. And then what you do is with that dream, you're supposed to use it. So dream big, bigger than you can ever think of dreaming. God will never disappoint you.
Award goes to Shaka Khan.
My name is Shaka King. I'm the writer and director of Newlyweds, a comedic drama about a stoner couple in Brooklyn. Winning this award means to a professional, like it's the first time I've gotten paid to make a movie, which I didn't think was ever going to happen with this film. It's going to allow me to get in the creative space, which I need to be in order to make my next film.
Thank you so much, Keels. Thank you, Film Independent.
The Stella Artois Truth in Fiction Award goes to Jason Osdern.
Hi, I'm Jason Oster, director of Let the Fire Burn. It's just great to get an award like this because it means the film will reach more people. And one of the cliches they say in documentaries is you don't really know the film you made until you screen it with audiences and then they explain it to you. Knowledgeable people said this film can do good things in communities and you can take it places. It can help people heal and solve situations. So this will allow me to continue that process and more people to be changed by it. Thank you, Stella Artois. Thank you, Film Independent.
Please welcome the one and only Keanu Reeves and Chinese superstar Gong Li.
We are here to present the award for Best Director.
A good director sees the vision for the entire movie and brings it to life.
And this year's nominees crafted some truly unforgettable stories. They are J.C. Shandor, All Is Lost. Shane Carruth, Upstream Color. Steve McQueen, 12 Years a Slave. Jeff Nichols, Mud. Alexander Payne, Nebraska.
And the third award goes to
Steve McQueen, 12 Years a Slave.
Wow, thank you. First of all, I'd like to thank Plan B, Jeremy Kleiner, Didi Gardner, Antigua Tagus, and of course, Mr. Brad Pitt. I'd like to thank New Regency, Arnold Milcher, and Brad Weston, thank you for this. And also I'd like to thank Fox Searchlight for your diligent work. In 1989, I first saw a John Cassavetes movie, and it stunned me because I didn't know who this guy was, and it changed my life. It really did. Shadows, Opening Night, all those movies about trying to find something and not knowing what you're looking for. And I want to dedicate this not just to John Cassavetes, but also to Solomon Northup, who inspired me to look and try to find the truth in whatever we try to find it in. Thank you so much. Good night.
Shailene Woodley, Brie Larson, Kate Blanchett, Julie Delpy, or Gabby Hoffman takes home the award for Best Female Lead when we come back. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Spirit Award nominee Joseph Gordon-Levitt and star of the Veronica Mars movie, Kristen Bell.
Hello. So this show is being taped today for broadcast later tonight on IFC.
Which means if you have checked any social media, you already know what's happened.
And what that means is that you know what's in this envelope before we do.
Which means you have just torn the space-time continuum, so congratulations.
Congratulations, yes.
The nominees are Kate Blanchett as a rich Manhattan socialite whose life unravels and is forced to move in with her working-class sister in Blue Jasmine.
Do you have any idea what that's like? No, 1 minute you're hosting women, and the next you're measuring their shoe size and fitting them. Erica Bishop came into the store. She saw me. Was so embarrassed for me. She slipped out thinking I didn't see her.
Julie Delpy for her portrayal of a middle-aged mother of two who examines her life and relationship while on vacation in Before Midnight.
First love? Do you even remember who it was?
Yeah, I do. It was you.
Oh, please, like you were a virgin at 23.
No, I said first love, not first sexual experience, okay?
Okay, fine. Like, I'm the first woman you ever fell in love with?
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't
The
think
first
so.
one I felt truly connected to, sure. When I
Okay.
wasn't your first love.
No, of course not.
Gabby Hoffman as a free-spirited eccentric who goes on a spontaneous quest for a fabled hallucinogen in Crystal Fairy. compassionate caretaker at a facility for at-risk teenagers who has secrets of her own in short-term 12. I am on the floor every day with those kids, and last night, that girl sat next to me, and she cried, and she tried to tell me the only way that she knew how.
Grace, you are a line staff. It's not your job to interpret tears. That's what our trained therapists are here for.
Then your trained therapists don't know shit. And Shailene Woodley, as a high school introvert struggling to cope with teenage love and her boyfriend's alcoholism in a spectacular now.
Junior. Yeah.
Sutter, I love you.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't. You're wrong.
Sutter, I'm not wrong.
Don't love me.
Yes, I do.
You're wrong. You don't love me. Okay, you're just drunk and you're grateful that somebody came along and showed interest in you.
Okay, stop. Stop. Do not try and mess this up.
Mess what up? What do you think that this is, Amy?
What are you talking about?
And the Spirit Award goes to Kate Blanchett, the Blue Jasmine.
I know it's a long walk, and I've won a few of these, but it's such an excruciating thing when the applause stops, and I know, yeah, thank you. To the really kind people who clapped at the end, I'll give you $50 at the end. Thank you so much. To the independent spirits. I've just got a quick question before I start on my barrage of thanks, and I don't know if anyone in the room can answer it, but why were there only 5 female nominations and 6 male nominations? Did anyone see Greta Gerwig in Frances Ha? It's extraordinary. Maybe they didn't have enough space. Amazing performances on all of them up here. It's been an incredible year yet again for women in film, and so to receive this from you guys is an honour indeed. It was an amazing opportunity for an actress, and Sally and I think I can say are very grateful for the opportunity, for the extraordinary script that Woody wrote. He's been churning out a film with alarming regularity, 1 a year. And for filmmakers like him and so many people in the room who continue to work independently, you really do need a team behind you. So Helen, Robin and Ed and Letty, thank you for making that opportunity possible. And to Sony Classics, to Michael and Tom, thank you so much for making sure that audiences saw it. Because, yeah, I suppose it proves that audiences are in fact interested in stories led by women, and in fact they can also make money. Go figure. But thank you to the remarkable cast. I don't know how to do this thing unless you're doing it with other people. So Senor Dice Clay, who's here, Sally, an incredible, generous, talented bunch of people who just threw themselves at the material. To the hair and makeup team who sweated me up every day and tried to make me look attractive occasionally, thank you for the attempt. That's the drone come to pick me up, so I better go. Thank you to my agent, Hilda, to Lisa Costello, to my darling husband who's here, and everyone who made this possible. Thank you so, so much. Thank you.
Please welcome award-winning actress, Jane Lynch.
Robert Redford wanted to be here tonight to introduce All Is Lost, but sadly he got lost. He was trying to navigate his way here using just a sextant and old sailing maps, even though he has a totally workable GPS in his Prius. All hilarious nautical humor aside, Robert Redford, a film legend and a longtime crusader of independent cinema, is the only actor in this gripping adventure of a man in the middle of the ocean, desperately fighting for his own survival. The final nominee for Best Feature here is All Is Lost.
This is the Virginia Gene with an SOS call, over.
Matthew McConaughey, Bruce Dern, Chiwetel Ejiofor, Oscar Isaac, Michael B. Jordan, and Robert Redford vie for Best Male Lead when the Spirit Awards returns.
Hey guys, before I bring up our next two, I got an email from Jared Leto. He forgot to thank a bunch of people. The Shriners, Mr. Magoo, Jimmy Carter, Trevor Slattery, Rupert Murdoch, Rupert Pupkin, Indigo Children Everywhere, Snowman, his ear, nose, and throat guy, Aphids, Mario Van Peebles, the Pink Power Ranger, Mrs. Claus, Not Santa, pizza, hats, and traffic cones. So they've all been said. There we go. All right. Our next two presenters, please welcome Jeremy Renner and a woman with the sexiest last name in show business, Paula Patton.
This category, Best Male Lead, is loaded with incredible performances.
Yeah, so let's get on with the business of disappointing several actors. The nominees are Oscar Isaac as a moody Greenwich Village, yeah, he's awesome. I love him. Where are you? Is he here? As a folk singer looking for his big break at the cusp of a musical revolution in the film Inside Llewyn Davis.
Can I leave this cat with you?
With me?
Yeah, it's the Gorfines cat, just so one of them gets back.
With me?
It slipped out and I don't have the key. If you could just keep it till they get back.
I have to run the elevator.
That's not a problem, is it? It's the Gorfines cat.
Bruce Dern for his portrayal of an aging, booze-addled father on a road trip with his son to claim his sweepstakes prize in Nebraska.
How did you and Mom end up getting married?
She wanted to.
And you didn't?
Not pretty much, yeah.
Are you ever sorry you married her?
All the time. Could have been worse.
Chiwetel Ejiofor as Solomon Northup, a free black man from New York whose life becomes a nightmare when he's abducted and sold into slavery and 12 years a slave.
Days ago, I was with my family. In my home. Now you tell me all is lost. Tell no one who I am. That's the way to survive. But I don't want to survive. I want to live.
Michael B. Jordan as a young man struggling to turn his life around. When a series of coincidences on New Year's Eve produced tragic results in Fruitvale Station.
No, this is the last time for me, too. I told you that I ain't going down no more. Keep putting Sophina through this and you go right ahead. Okay? But Tatiana, that baby doesn't deserve this, Oscar.
You don't know what's going on.
So I guess that's why she asked me why you love taking your vacations more than you like being with her.
Oh, you gotta tell her I love her.
Matthew McConaughey for his role as a homophobic electrician and rodeo cowboy with HIV, who circumvents the system to acquire AIDS medication in Dallas Buyers Club.
That one life, right? Mine. I want somebody else sometimes. Sometimes I just feel like I'm fighting for life. I just ain't got time to live. I want to mean something.
And Robert Redford as a resourceful sailor on a solo voyage, forced to face mortality when his vessel is damaged beyond repair and all is lost.
And the Spirit Award goes to Matthew McConaughey.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And, all right. Golly. You know, Film Independent, thank you for this. The other nominees as well. I've been fortunate enough to be up here and receive an award among some of these other nominees a few times, and each time I just want to make sure I'm saying how privileged it is to be in the company of the other actors in this group. A really good, strong year for independent film. Another one that I was a part of, we spoke about earlier, one of my favorite films I've ever made, the one I cannot wait to show my son Levi when he's old enough, the one that I know my father would have grabbed me around the arm and said, hey buddy, I want to come watch this movie with me. Mud. That's what I want to bring up. I mean, I'm always thinking about what is it that I love about making independent films, and what is an independent film? I know it's one that, as an actor, it's one that I go, boy, I'm going to really choose the experience here. I'm not choosing, you know, they come with less zeros on the paycheck. You know, they come with not a lot of people in town are wanting to make them, or they wouldn't be the independent film. Some people are making them so they can inaugurate themselves to get into the filmmaking business. Other times, if you're in the filmmaking business, you go make it independent because it's over there on the feeder road. It's not an Autobahn film. It's not a freeway. It's not even an I-35. It's much less a two-lane highway. It's a feeder road. Sometimes it's gravel, sometimes it's blacktop, sometimes it's dirt. But that's the subject matter that independent films usually take upon themselves. So what do you gotta have when you don't have enough money, you don't have enough time? You've gotta have a lot of people that are completely obsessed with just telling that story, because you're all walking the same proverbial plank together, and you know there's not a safety net. And there's a freedom that comes with that, where you're forced to get creative just because you don't have the time, and you don't have the money, and you only got people with you that are right there, and someone's gonna come up to you at the end of the day and say, that's a wrap, and you're going, oh, it's time to go home? Because you lost track of time, because you're in the bubble. You're in with everybody. There's not time to be overly considerate. You have to do all the consideration in pre-production, because when we show up, we don't have time to ask each other, hey, what's this scene about? Now, there's a freedom that comes with that. I've been in independent films where they get one take. And I remember the first time that happened, I was like, oh, shit, one take. But then it all of a sudden hit me. Wait a minute, there's a freedom in that, because we only got one take. So let it rip. Now, everyone's walking that proverbial plank in independent films in a lot of ways, and that's part of the creative freedom and juice that I know I get out of doing it. I try to carry that over when I go do films with larger, more considerate budgets, because I know when it does get slow or laborious or overly considerate, or try to bring it back to the middle, I miss that feeling. As independent filmmakers, when we're making an independent film, obviously we are the underdogs. Somebody didn't want to make that film because it wasn't going to put too much change in their pocket, and that's okay. It usually doesn't have guarantee that it's going to be offered to the masses in a large scope. So, what else? Word of mouth. First, you gotta make a good film. Then you gotta have some word of mouth. And you gotta have distribution, which I know we did with Dallas Buyers Club with Focus, that is very deliberate and particular about how they're gonna platform release this film and this story. You don't know if they're gonna take a hold. You don't know if they're gonna live on. Someone's gotta talk about them, someone's gotta share the word, and they have to affect and translate and communicate with some people. A good independent film is more than an experiment. I know I've been a part of some films that were experiments. When I was in film school, I made some films that were merely experiments. They were not important, they were not entertaining. I think a good independent film usually comes with some import. It's gonna be some good medicine. The Dallas Buyers Club, for one. Boy, I read that script. We knew we had good medicine. We knew we had something that, well, this is important. You should go see it. 12 Years a Slave. It's important. You should go see it. It's gonna be good for us as humankind. But how do we know it's gonna be that other thing? Entertaining. Boy, a good one is important and entertaining. That's what we got away with, I feel like, on Dallas Buyers Club. And I'm real happy and proud to be standing here with that today. It was a true independent film. We had a little more than $42,000, which I heard earlier, but we had under 5, and we shot it in 25 days, and such a privilege to be able to go tell this man's story about this subject. In 1986, it's still so prevalent today. I had so many people come up to me that said, you know what, I lost a friend at that time to HIV. I've had a whole new generation, people come up to me, younger people come up and go, I had no idea that that's what it was like when HIV and AIDS were at the inception upon America. I had no idea. So we've come a long way. Obviously, the prescription for HIV has got people living longer and healthier lives, and there's still a way to go. But I'm glad we got to tell Ron Woodruff's story. Just keep living. Yeah.
presents the final award of the evening, Best Feature, when we come back. Love independent film? Support Film Independent at filmindependent.org/membership. Please welcome the honorary chair of the 2014 Spirit Awards, Angela Bassett.
The 5 astounding films nominated for Best Feature share a common theme of loss, of freedom and dignity, of friendship and innocence, the sting of loss in the pursuit of success, watching loved ones lose what's left of their marbles, and being adrift at sea in the middle of nowhere, all alone. But the triumph of these films is the discovery of what is found in the void, how we rise from the ashes and rekindle the beauty that is our shared existence. Here again are the nominees for Best Feature. 12 Years a Slave. All is Lost. Francis Ha. Inside Llewyn Davis. And Nebraska. And the Spirit Award goes to 12 Years a Slave. Somehow I drew this stick, but Jared's out here and I feel like he could come do this for me. On two sides of this producing team are two amazing guys, and I know that Anthony and Bill and Arnon and Jeremy and I share this feeling. On the one side is Mr. Pitt, who, man, I've done this for 10 years with him, and he throws down, and he said he would do this movie, and then the movie got to get made. And I think that's amazing. And on the other side is Steve McQueen, our director, our enthusiast, our steward, our captain, and the glue that put this whole family together and kept us on the right track. Thank you. Our cast, Lady Lupita, Chiwetel, Michael, Sarah, Paul Dano, I know you're out here, Mr. Giamatti, our mama bear, Alfred Woodard, out of Harrow, Scoot and Tara, and everyone was so cool. Our crew, Sean Bobbitt and Adam Stockhausen and Patty Norris and Joe Walker, Francine Maisler, our casting director, and then there were some guardian angels who came in, and when it looked really dicey, said, okay, we'll get in there. New Regency, Brad Weston, Arna Milchan, Yariv Milchan, thank you, and Fox Searchlight, Steve and Nancy and Michelle and Barry Dale and Cassandra and Melissa, you guys have been amazing. And to Brian, Lord, and Maha, and Rogue Sutherland, and Beth, and Cynthia, who kept this movie together when it also looked dicey. There were a lot of those moments. And really just to the descendants of Solomon Northup, who live and breathe and strive today for far too aberrant a reason. And to the hundreds and hundreds of thousands who weren't afforded that privilege, I hope that that's enough of a reminder to caretake our freedom and make things and do things and tell stories, because it's a real privilege that we can do that. Steve?